Hey guys, guess who it is? Welcome to Carl's Journey Diaries. Today is October 5th, 2022. And what I want to talk to you about is next steps for me. Quick recap: prostate surgery, June 15th, PSA levels increased, had a secondary, after the operation. 6 to 8 weeks after it was 1.01. I had another PET scan, and that PET scan actually was increased. It went to 1.20. So now I'm on the verge of transitioning into uh, next step treatment. And for me, that next step treatment will be I had an injection of Eligard. It's one of those hormone blockers. It's supposed to, what is it, reduce the male hormone in my body so the cancer doesn't feed on it. Okay. And that should bring my PSA level, which is a measurement of PSA is called, well, what it means is it's called a prostate specific antigen test. So all you guys out there, if you're getting up in the late 40s, 50s, 60s and on, make sure that on your physical, and I'm no doctor, so no disclaimers, anything. I've been doing a lot of research since my early diagnosis of prostate cancer. Uh, I went to a lot of these conventions on YouTube. I looked at different doctors and treatment plans and this. What I hope to share with all you guys is, hey, I'm going to give you the journey that I'm going on. Okay. I'm going to share my personal journey with this freaking cancer that is driving me utterly mad. Okay. Uh, the only thing that's keeping me sane today is humor. It's For me, I had to stop drinking, and I've got a program for that. If any of the viewers out there are interested to know what I've done, it's been 4 years. On September 23rd, 2022, I reached 4 years with no alcohol in my system. Uh, and that's a tough road too. Some of you also want to know I used to be a smoker, and a smoker, after some very therapeutic work, a foot in the ass by a good veteran buddy of mine. I stopped smoking, and it's got to be about 6 months now, and I really haven't had the cravings because this prostate cancer issue is kind of taking stage center, and I want to get stabilized. I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys out there that hey, you can beat this. And if you don't, be prepared to. That's another transition. Fortunately, I've got really, let's say, I'm not a Bible thumper, but I'll tell you what, I've really got close to a God of my understanding. I found a spiritual church that I believe in. I have meeting different ministers who've helped pray with me. It's just, it's amazing the feeling that I'm having right now on the spiritual side, but I'm not pushing that on you. Each person has to find their journey, but there are guides along the way. And those guides can be an asset to bring you into some things that you need. There's a thing that I learned once, and it's stuck with me for a lot of years. It's like, and it's helped me through relationships, believe it or not. What I learned is the fact that, you know what, people come into our lives for a specific number of years. We don't know how long it's going to last or if it's going to last. It can last, it may not last, and it may last for a while, break up, and then you go back. Yeah, we don't know. It's not us. You know, there is something higher than us, and that's I point upstairs because in what I believe in. You know, there's a God, and there's a good old dude up there, and that's my way of thinking. I don't have to be yours. It's a good old dude up there, all capital letters, by the way, that wants to open your eyes that there is a father out there that cares for their child, and you are all children of God. So, without this becoming a biblical, speech, I just wanted to share that with you. And I'm finding a lot of love, a lot of kindness. Uh, I'm not finding a lot of hypocrisy because, life is full of hypocrisy too. I could get down and tell you all the wonderful things I've done in the last, how long have I been on this earth? Oh, yes, yesterday was 64 years. And God got me down here for some reason of another. He's got me fighting this disease of which I'm talking to you guys about. And you know what? Knowledge is power. The more I had a great talk with my urologist in Martinez the other day. And the urologist, I had a ton of questions. I said, Doctor, if I take this, do I need this? Or what do I do here? How do I do this with it? My life, blah, blah, before you know it, I'm spitting out medical jargon that I really don't usually converse about. But ever since this diagnosis way back in February of 2022, without no physical stuff done until June of 2022. And that's when I had surgery. And now, bringing you up to the game, the last PSA test in that I told you that's called a prostate specific antigen blood test, of which I really encourage. I really encourage that you get this test done with your physical. And men, I also suggest with a serious tone that you get that butt check. And if you get that fit test from Kaiser or whatever hospital you use out there, that little package that comes in the mail that comes with a little jar and a little stick and a piece of paper you stick in the toilet, you take a shit, then you stick that tab in it. Maybe one day I'll even share that with you. I'll show you how to use this shit. Because the bottom line is if we don't talk about it, we're going to forget about it. And if we forget about it, we're going to die. I had a wonderful call from my brother the other day. My biological brother. My brother told me, I had shared with him that, make sure to get that PSA test because that test is super important and I'm encouraging everybody to have it. And I told you with the Dr. Feelgood shit with the fingers and all that stuff, that's, you got to do it. Women have been doing it years. They got to deal with the mamas, They got to get those spectrometers. They got to get that. What is that metal piece that they get stuck up there? Yo, you know what I'm talking about. They get that done. And here's the big one, fellas. Don't they always say, you don't know what it's like? You don't know what it's like to have a baby. Well, ladies, I know. I don't know what it's like having babies, but I'm going to tell you this cancer trip is probably something I wish I never had to go through. And it is a painful journey for me right now. I've got several good friends, good buddies. I mean, people that I grew up as a kid with that are fighting this. I've lost people. Let me put it like this. I don't like the term loss. I've had friends that have been transcended this life, and they're upstairs with, my God, all capital letters, by the way. Anyway, what I'd like to tell you is please, from the bottom of my heart, get tested. People of color, we're prone to diseases. We're prone to, African Americans are seriously prone to prostate cancer. That's what the tests say. You know, what I do know is in all the statistics, they say 1 in 7 men get this disease. And if you don't get this disease, what happens is The older you get, you're going to have some prostate issues. And they got another thing called an enlarged prostate, where, it kind of blocks up on that urethra where you got to take a pee and that pee don't come out. It may drip, or I'll tell you what, worst position is that thing starts dripping blood. Now you can be throwing up blood, you can be shitting out blood, you can be peeing blood. But the point is, if it gets to that far, you better get your tail to the emergency room because the shit is serious. And what I'm talking about is not a joking matter, guys. What I'm talking about is some serious shit. Excuse the pun. It's real, and I'm scared, and I don't I use in every group that I have to express the inside feel. Hey, I'm a product of the '50s. Come on, the late '50s. I'm on that tail end of the baby boomers and shit. Yeah, I'm retired, but now I'm getting sick to it, and I'm scared. But I can't stop living, and that's the problem we face, folks. That's the problem we face. We give up living instead of living for what's going on right now. Living for the day. These drinking programs, these 12-step programs, these whatever, you know, their guiding principles are how we should do this thing. I mean, they've got little, they call it the steps, right? I'm telling you, those steps are powerful. It's a way of life. It's not always that spiritual guy. It's a God as we understand him. Like I told you, my God is God. Mine's a good old dude. All capital letters, by the way. Now, this is the thing that I want to share is that once we open our heart to the powers of the Lord, anything is possible. So once again, here's that spiritual connection. It's a lot to say. It's a lot to take in. Then I haven't even gotten through my report about the journey in my diary. Let me tell you this. You got to fight. You got to fight every day. For all those that are in immunotherapy, chemotherapy, all these different kind of therapies, I'm starting to go on that track. I had surgery. Now I'm going to the next phase, hormones. And let me tell you about this Eligard, this derivative, I believe. And I told you I'm not expert. I'm not a doctor. Don't take my advice. Do what I did. Study and ask your doctor the question. What was beautiful, what my doctor said, and I don't know if I said it before, because sometimes I have CRS. That means I can't remember shit. Sometimes that happens too. And it's okay. That's part of maturity. It's part of life. And these are the kind of talks I want. You know, I gotta do a live sometime because this shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy. I tried to do a Facebook Live and couldn't figure the technology out. I tried to do a YouTube Live and they asked too many questions. So what I'm doing right now is I'm taping this. My editing skills ain't the best and I don't care, whatever, but I'm talking real shit. Real shit, my friends. And I'm coming to you live from, I don't know. Yeah, I'm working on this room. It's a room that my fantasies could go crazy. And come on, guys. Yeah, there's GR, whatever you want it, but my fantasies come around. It's a place where my mind is free. That's what I want to talk about. And when my mind is free, what happens is I feel good. When I feel good, God comes in, fills me with love, hope. The Holy Spirit comes in and fills me with understanding so I can fight this demon, you know, giving me the language of the medical people, helping me understand the medical language that is being used because of all these internal things. It's scary, folks. It's freaking scary. Not only am I going through all of this, I also got a CPAP machine. Look, there's some tribulations going on, but every time I use one of my medical apparatuses, or not medical, but an apparatus, what happens is I'm gaining knowledge. I'm happy. I'm alive when I get out of my head sometimes. Sometimes I get so stuck and trapped in here and fear and all this shit. I mean, do you feel it, people? Am I the only one on this earth that feels it? Do I feel all that hate and shit out there? There's a lot of shit out there. And you're fighting this disease. If there's anything I can do, I want you guys to reach out to me. I mean, contact me on this. I'm making this public because I want to have a conversation. Do you want me to put a whole group together on Facebook? I gotta learn the shit again. But if you're interested, hit me up. If you're going through prostate cancer and you don't know where to go, hit me up. There ain't nothing better than one person who's going through some stuff that is outrageous and crazy and scary and don't know how's it affect my family. Charlie don't get up, and I'm using Charlie as yeah, okay, Charlie. Hey, I'm not talking about all the Charlie. I'm just calling mine Charlie, okay? But the point being, I got shit the issue with that, and to speak bluntly, it's a fucking shame. Because my mind and all of this and all of my heart and all that, I dig, the ladies. And to feel, they're not so comfortable, not, doing what it's supposed to do kind of life. And then some of the pain, they took a prostate out and then they attached the bladder to the man, that's my insides. Not I'm not a car on a factory line that's you can pull pieces out. And although sometimes these science fiction movies will show that stuff, it is crazy as hell. I just want to enjoy my retirement. I want to live. I want to appreciate all you wonderful people in my life. And who knows? Who knows? God knows. All capital letters, by the way. God knows. But it's our responsibility. Once again, folks, it's our responsibility to work through these issues, to understand what we're going through. For me, one of my main armaments, let's say my weapons in this battle against the eternal big C is humor, is spirituality, it's the love of people around me. I suck up that energy. Oh, let me tell you a little bit about sucking up that positive energy and filling your soul with it. Because when you fill your soul with positive energy, all you have is positive energy, and that negative shit don't have a chance. Let me tell you what else. It's gonna be ironic as hell. It's going to be really weird because I'll tell you what, the way you fight too is by everything that you've learned and everything that you've gained, you give it to someone else in need. And you know what? If I have one viewer, if I have two viewers, if I have no viewers, I am spreading the word that I'm supposed to spread, and it's about living. So what is it? Morgan Freeman and Timothy Robbins, I think, in a famous movie that's just like totally outstanding, and I love really dearly, said this wonderful, wonderful line. And that line is this: get busy living, or get busy dying. The choice is yours. And that's what good old God, all capital letters, by the way, always said. I created children of my being, of my being. But the beautiful thing that God gave us is the ability to think. Now, we don't use this brain thing that often and we screw up and, we're not perfect. We're little kids and we make mistakes. And when we become parents, we make mistakes. And then the kids become parents and it's a revolving cycle. But we need to educate our young. And you young people, where have you gone? Where have you gone? I want you to know the total meaning of respect. I want you to understand the true meaning of family. I hear this term all the time around here with friends and family members. There is, we all got to find that person that'll be our ride and die. We all got to find that person where we'll be our ride and die. Well, for me, you know what? Let me tell who my ride and die is. It's all of you. You're all my ride and die. The love and the energy and everything that I get from you, me being able to share my experiences with you. Yeah, you're my ride and die. And I'm telling you what, if you need someone to really be your navigator, there's a place to talk to. There's someone that you can talk to. Actually, there's three. There is God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, who is the warrior chief, who gives you that energy and gives you that strength and gives you that knowledge and all of that. And I'm learning each day. I may share a little bit, and I told you I'm not a biblical thumper and stuff like this, but I do share a little bit, and I do tell you what I'm feeling, because I'm a newbie in this. I jump religions, and it's a conversation that a lot of us can't even have, along with politics. My dear people, let me get back to the journey. So, where I am right now is I went to see the doctor the other day. The other day, meaning Monday, actually. And I got an injection, and I'll tell you what, that injection isn't pretty. Yeah, one day I'll stand up and, show you, the surgical area, but this isn't me doing my, dances, I was once famous in the fabulous world of, you heard of those, who were those famous dancers one time? What do they call them, Chippendales? Yeah, you'll be hearing more of my participation. Not so much with the Chippendales, but there is a fun dance group that I did have some fun with, and we were called the Chirping Dance. That's right, Chirping Dales. Yeah, you got it right. Part bird, part Dale, Chirpingdale. Yeah, we had a beak and a bow tie, and you know, actually wore yellow. It was pretty sexy. Can you see this complexion? Yellow in this complexion, not too shabby, huh? Anyway, I'm getting off the subject. Let me tell you. So, this shot of Eligard, the doctor says, Carl, get ready for this. And here it goes. And, my wonderful nurse over here will help you with the injection. And, we had some pharmaceutical issue that had popped up or something. They didn't have it ready. So we went to get it and she got it. And also got another medication that I have to take 2 week because with this Eligard, what happens is it spikes the male hormone, and that male hormone is called testosterone. I may not say it right, so you doctors out there and all this, hey, I'm a layperson. I'm a I'm a person up from the hood. Okay, so all of this stuff, I may have a couple words, a little bit of gift of gab, but I'm straight up from the hood. Did a lot of good work with people and a lot of young people out there I love dearly. You guys know who you are. There's actually an agency that I really dedicated my soul to, and I'm not my soul. I'm not going to dedicate my soul to it. It felt like my soul was being taken at the time. I dedicated uh, supporting youth. I was really into the youth, advocating for the youth, working with the youth. Uh, Parents, how can I mediate anything that I can so, a child could be safe and grow up in this world isn't the greatest thing in the world right now. We got to get back. This division is just, oh, once again, I told you I can't get caught up in the drama. I'm trying to keep those positive waves coming, okay? Because that's the energy, you know, that's the energy, you know, and I know we can get there if we share the love and talk about the hate because an informed population is a better population. We can work together. We can understand when people are trying to manipulate us and we don't want to be manipulated, so educate us, okay? And that's what we still have that in the media. You see it right now. What's the truth? I don't know, and that's something that you have to decipher. What I'm saying here is just my experience. Okay. It's my challenge right now. But I'm sharing it with you because I believe by being vulnerable and being able to share with you, maybe, maybe someone will actually be helped to reach out for support of which they thought wasn't there. There is support. We just got to bust our ass to find it, okay? So, told you got that. I'm scheduled. November's going to be a big month for me. Probably November. Going into all this holiday stuff. Not only is the COVID thing up and down, and I don't know if to wear a mask, not wear a mask, what the heck, I don't know. Where do I go? What do I need? Oh, I don't know. November and December, I'm really asking for a lot of prayers from you guys. I start the radiation component of this travel, this journey. Right now, I don't feel much with the Eligard. I don't feel, they say some of the symptoms are going to be emotional, you're reducing your testosterone. The others are making jokes. It says, am I going to get some man chichis? Am I going to get some man stuff? Well, I tell you what, I've been waking up every morning and stretching and doing a couple sit-ups and yeah, maybe a couple. Okay, I haven't got up there yet, but I'll tell you what, I am trying in everything I do. I'm trying to lift, I'm trying to bend, I'm trying to stretch, and I'm also really attempting to change my diet. It looks like one way I'm doing it, I'm cutting out beef as much as I love beef and burgers and all of this and steak and all of that carnivorous joy, the cacophony, the symphony, the different tastes of meat. Yeah, rub it in. Uh, Chicken is going to be there, and I'm not a big fish person, but I'll definitely let you know that fish is coming in. I love sushi, by the way, and some friends of mine know that I'll tear up some sushi. I'll tear up some raw tuna and all, I'll do pretty good at that. And I think I got a couple pictures doing that on a big feast and a big old sushi roll. And life's good, my friends. So it's just I have to stay in the present. And what I want to share with you guys is the presence to be. Whatever is gonna happen in the future is gonna have it. If I got who knows if I get saved and the disease finally goes to sleep and leaves me alone, maybe I'll get another 10, 15 years out of it. But you know what's the most important? Living today as if it was the last day of my life. So on that note, I'm gonna let it go. This is Carl. Today is October 5th, 2022, and this is another page in Carl's journey. Carl's Journey Diaries. Carl's Travel Journey Diaries. Let me tell you this. It's Carl's adventure. It's Carl's inner child coming out and having fun in the midst of a battle with this big C thing, okay? Anyway, on that note, I love you. Be kind to each other. Stop hating and let's make this world a better place, you know. I'm gonna end with, you guys all probably hear that saying, tagged on to the end of a lot of emails, and people just love this signature, and right now for this video, I think it's appropriate. And the thought, it's a Gandhi saying, okay? And that saying is, be the change you want to see in the world. In other words, be a model for society. If you're broken, if you've had pieces that are just not fitting right, and you know what? That can change. It don't change overnight. Believe you me, it don't change overnight. But what it does do, if you're open and you're willing to do the work, it's pretty damn good, folks. It's pretty damn good. So on that note, be the change you want to see this world. Biggie hugs. I love you well. I love every one of you. May God bless all of you each and every day. Thank you.